From the 2009 Far West Regionals, the championship series of USYS. This is the match in the boys under 15 category, and it's going to feature La Roca versus the Nike Rush from Idaho. And you see the center ref and the linesman walking into the center of the field. And they do this anytime they are doing a game in the Far West Regionals. And you see the two teams, La Roca and Nike Rush. Nike Rush off to the right, La Roca off to the left. Let's go ahead and get the lineups for both clubs. It's a 40-minute game it will be today in the boys under 15 category. First, for the Nike Rush, the keeper is going to be Giancarlo Torres. At number 2, right midfield is Nathaniel Hunt. At right back, James Wendell. Number 4 at center back is going to be Graham Reed. Number 5 at center mid is Garrett Jones. Number 7 at midfield is William Motes. Number 8 will be at defender will be Andrew De La Rosa. Number 9 at forward is Carlos Soria. Number 11 at forward is going to be Kevin Fekete. Number 10 at forward is Nicholas Davey. At center mid will be Lucas Chenard. Number 17 at right back is Roman Bernardo. At left mid will be number 18, Jacob Witcher. At right mid, number 19, Eli Zutch. At number 20 at outside back is going to be Bryson Pavel. The head coach is Lee Riley, and assistant coach is Ian Davey, with the manager is Kathy Ball for Nike Rush. Now for Utah's La Roca FC, and their keeper is going to be Carson Elliott. The stopper will be Jaden Bybee, number 3. Number 4 at forward is Cade James. Number 5 at defender is Patrick Hickman. Number 6 at outside back is Dane Murdoch. Number 8 at midfield is Justin Moore. Number 7 at defender is Scott Felstead. Number 9 at forward is Richard Haddock. Number 10 at midfield or forward is John Taylor. Number 12 at defender is Nathan Erickson. Number 13 at forward is Matt Gay, and we are underway now as it's drawn back to the Nike Rush now in their own half of the field. Let's get the rest of that lineup. And number 16 forward, Mikey Oriana. Number 11 at midfield is Peter Portis. Number 19 at midfield is Michael Ropalato. Number 17 at defender is Eric Christensen. Number 23 at forward is Tyler Murdoch. And number 33 at center back is Austin Jex. And La Roca now on that soccer ball. It's Oriana. His pass intercepted now. And a Nike Rush with it in their own half of the field. Chenard, it was there in the central, and it now goes out to the wide to Pavel across midfield now. And La Roca in their own half has to play that soccer ball. 50-50 brought down and around the midfield, and now La Roca wins it. And there was not a call. I thought for a second there might be an offsides call, but either way, that ball goes harmlessly over to the keeper. And you see Giancarlo Torres sitting that ball all the way down. And on the near side, he's got Chenard on the run. And Chenard on the near side run, running out of real estate. And it's going to be a throw-in for La Roca. La Roca and Nike Rush have seen each other before. And last fall, they saw each other in Salt Lake City. And the final score was 2-1. Where La Roca was able to win that one, obviously playing in their home state. But there's some sentiment there that Nike Rush felt that they weren't really ready for La Roca at that time, and that they played better soccer. So we'll see how this one goes. And this one is for bigger marbles in that particular scenario. Lucas Chenard out to the wide now, and on it is Hickman. It is off the Nike Rush player on the far side touchline, and Hickman's going to throw it in. Patrick Hickman for La Roca. And they throw it in. And a foul, a whistle on the far side, along that far side touchline. Now, the Roca player is down. And he looks like he's going to get back up there. But down there for a few seconds there, trying to gather himself. Peter Portis was the player that was injured on that play. He shakes it off. He's back into the contest. 0-0 in the first half of action. Utah's La Roca, they beat Washington, and they also beat New Mexico in this tournament. So they have won their first 2 games, trying to set themselves up for the quarterfinals. But on the other side of the ledger, Nike Rush from Idaho, they beat Rio Vista from New Mexico, the Attack. And then they lost in the game against the FC Premier Black team out of Washington. The keeper, Carson Elliott, in the lime green jersey, going to tee it up. And a goal kick in a 0-0 match here. Field number 11, Lancaster National Soccer Center, Region 4 of the USYS National Championship Series. The winner will be going to Massachusetts out of this age bracket to play for the national title. La Roca's number 19 on that play. Ropalato going down, and a foul against Ropalato. It'll be a free kick. Graham Reed is going to take it for Nike Rush. That ball just outside the 18-yard box. He could not get William Moats to run onto it. Probably about 4 or 5 minutes gone in the 40-minute first stanza of this match. Elliott with it. Elliott driving it up to midfield. 50-50 ball brought down by Nike Rush, and they can't continue on with it as La Roca wins it, sends it across midfield, down to central, and interesting that time, Torres met the ball at mid-body and just kicked it right straight back. You don't see that too often in youth soccer. Very athletic play that time by Giancarlo Torres. And Torres now is going to get the goal kick going as it was pushed past the goal line by La Roca. Off the bounce, headed toward the defensive third of La Roca now, as Nike Rush has a couple players in the area now, as it winds toward the central now, and La Roca winning it. Oriana on the near side, and a whistle there as Oriana went down. And the center ref says, don't get going. You got to bring it back to the spot. And that ball is a bending ball towards the 18-yard box. But Nike Rush winning it out of their own box now and trying to go along to their side. You see Chenard with some speed that time, but he was challenged that time, and they'll throw it in as La Roca pushing it out of play in a near side touchdown. They throw it back into the Chenard. Chenard on the near side, and he is dispossessed that time, but is off of La Roca again. So it'll be a throw in. Roman Bernardo, and he throws it in, and it goes off of La Roca again. It gains some more real estate along the near side touchline. Nike Rush from Idaho to throw it in toward the 18-yard box. Here's Chenard, his service in the box, and his central is broken up by La Roca. However, they still have it. Point blank's on the goal! Go, 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 go! pass from the Central after it was cleared out of the 18-yard box. And number 20 for the Nike Rush, that's Bryson Pavel, 1-0. Beautiful play that time by Pavel, the presence of mind to stay on top of the soccer ball and drive it in the back of the net. Now, Carlos Torres, he makes a save. Oh, he had to come off his line that time and make a big save. Otherwise, it would have been a tie score. But it was an offsides call, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But Torres showing his athletic ability, coming way off his line. He's not waiting for the linesman to make the call. He's going to come out of there and make the catch and save that ball from going into the back of the net. Two competitive, very well-matched teams so far in this day 3 of Region 4, the Far West Regionals. That ball and inside now to the outside to Chenard. Chenard protecting the soccer ball, but he loses it now. And here's Ariana. Ariana on a run, past midfield. Ariana still trying to stay on it, and it'll be a foul. Ariana's run was a good one for La Roca, and it now will be a free kick. He weaved his way toward the Central, and now his teammates have that soccer ball. Here's Ropalato to the outside now, as they want to try and see what they can do on getting that ball in the 18-yard box. They draw it back. Nike Rush, though, they win it into space, and it's Pavel who scored that goal, knocking it out of play, trying to protect over there. And a 1-0 match so far. Unofficially about maybe 9 or 10 minutes gone so far in the first half of action. We'll be seeing the 2008 champions of each bracket throughout this video cast. In the Central, winning it is Garrett Jones. Garrett Jones, a challenge there, but Garrett Jones steps over it, and he pushes it right there to Carson Elliott. Elliott off his line, protecting the near post, making the save. But a nice run. And that ball pushed across midfield in their own half. Day number 3 action. A beautiful 80-degree day here in Lancaster, California. An 18-yard box now, and it's blocked it in. The save is made by Torres, reaching out, and he slingshots that ball off to the left of the offense, and a quick turn as they want to try to beat the defenders down the field toward the defending third, and that ball was headed over there to Nicholas Davey, knocked out, though, by La Roca, because they want to make sure Davey doesn't get to continue on that left flank and get a good shot at Elliott. The throw in. And they got a player into space. It's Jones. Jones with a soccer ball. Jones being marked and covered well. However, it winds over to his teammate now. And that was Davey. And a shot and a save by Elliott at point blank range. And he makes the save, slingshots it out to Oriana. Oriana going to go to the interior. Drawing it back nicely there is Johnny Taylor. Taylor, who scored a goal yesterday. Now on a long ball. He's got a teammate there. And there, a save by Torres. Torres and the striker come right at each other, and Torres says, I'm going to make the save. And he did that time. Matt Gay, I believe, was the striker, and it was, who came at the doorstep for Torres. But he was able to come off his line and still make the save in a box. They throw it in. Oriana, he has time and space. Oriana tried to get a subsequent strike. He didn't. However, now it is knocked out, and is it going to be a corner kick? No, it'll be a goal kick. Thought for a second that Nike Rush touched it. And La Roca now will get the goal kick. 1-0. The visitors from Idaho, Nike Rush, lead in this match. On that goal by Bryson Pavel. In the central of the 18-yard box, being able to beat Carson Elliott. Torres from his 6-yard box. In his own half of the field. drives it up to midfield. On a bounce, past the center circle, and now toward the defending third, and Elliott way off his line makes a save, and slingshots it off to the right. Trying for an intercept, and they do. Nice interception there by Davey, anticipating, however, getting it back is LaRocca. LaRocca back down the field on the counter. They did a quick counter. Is Oriana outside? He's onside. He stops the soccer ball, takes a left-footed shot, but Torres makes the save. Nice athletic play by Oriana, though, to keep the defender at bay and still be able to get off a shot. Back down to Central with a quick counterattack again, and Elliott is there. Both these teams being able to show the quick counterattacking ability, and if you are not paying attention, you're going to get burnt in this ball game. And that ball down into the corner. Elliott way off his line. These two teams almost making you think that they're older, even though they're not older than 15 years of age, but they're playing like that. And all the way down in the defensive half of Nike Rush. And trying to get to it there is Matt Gay. And is going to be a throw-in as it was knocked out of play, or was it a foul on the play? It's going to be, I believe, a substitution. That's what it was. That's what we got it stopped. Roman Bernardo comes out of the contest. I can't see yet. I guess it's James Wendell is into the contest now. Number 3, James Wendell into the contest now for the Nike Rush. That ball back into Central now, and James Wendell's got to deal with Oriana on the near side. Slingshotted by Torres. And Wendell goes down. The foul against LaRocca. Giancarlo Torres making the save. And now that ball going out to the wide, Johnny Taylor. Taylor scored a goal yesterday, and offsides call.
Way to hold him in, guys. Way to hold him in. Way to go, Michael.
So now Giancarlo Torres is going to drive it upfield. In the space, LaRocca with it. And now they have to retreat back in their own defensive third. Here's a shot. Intercepted, though. And they protect well in the defensive space that time. With about 15 minutes or so gone in the first half of action.
Get it, Ben!
After a little pause here, and it's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in by Nike Rush. Knocked out of play. 1-0. Nike Rush leads in this match. Again, whenever you're ahead, you're not in a hurry. You can take some time off that clock. And Nike Rush into the corner. Nice pass, and then a shot. Just missed the near post. Lucas Chenard taking that last shot. Lucas would have liked to open that ball up and try for the far post because the keeper, Elliott, had that near post pretty well protected. Just didn't get that kind of bend of the ball. Here's Elliott. looking for a couple of players up in the air. They didn't get it. And chasing it down, Andrew De La Rosa knocking it out of play. Matt Gay is going to throw it in on a beautiful day. Here, day number 3 of the week-long Region 4 Far West Regionals of the USYS. And a goal. Scott Felstead putting it in the back of the net. Felstead had time and space there for a moment, and he just beat Giancarlo Torres. And basically he did what the player that was trying to do that on the other side, Nike Rush, was trying to take that shot and put it in the back of the net on the last sequence down the field, but he didn't open it up as Felstead did and went to the far post. So it is 1-1 now. And on the near side, that ball knocked out of play by Nike Rush. The throw in. Nathan Erickson is going to throw it in. Either, I guess, illegal throw in or something to that nature. Either way, James Wendell will get it going for Nike Rush. La Roca Scott Felstead, who scored the goal, is coming out for a breather, and his teammate will come in. It looks like it's Peter Puertas. Peter Puertas into the contest. Can't knock out the announcer, man. Come on, man. That's one of the closest ones coming at me at point blank warp speed. I take a little bit from Star Trek I watched last night, the old show I used to love as a kid. Good throw in now for Nike Rush. Nicholas Davey is coming out of the contest for Nike Rush. The visitors from Idaho, and let's see now. Any all gray. The La Roca squad has the numbers on their shorts, and you can kind of see who they are as they're coming in, but it's not the case for Nike Rush. So either way, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball if they do come in on any substitutions throughout this match. Carson Elliott now setting it up after the offsides call. Elliott. His team is even now, and I know he's happy about that. With Nike Rush, 1-1 in this match. Ball goes out of play. Substitutions for Nike Rush. Eli Zutch comes out of the contest, and it looked like William Motes is into the contest now. But either way, if I'm wrong on that, like I said, we'll mention him as they touch that soccer ball. On the diagonal, on a nice run here is Wendell. Wendell trying to continue on, and Oriana goes down. And there may be a card. And a yellow card is issued. And so now, William Motes has to really watch out here. And most of you watching soccer know what the scenario that I'm talking about is. You get the red card, that means you're out of the match. And your team plays one player down because you cannot substitute for him. And it also will provide implications as the tournament ensues for your team if you're still in it. Garrett Jones out to the wide to Witcher. And Witcher's run is routed, brought to a halt there. And a throw in by Roca. John Taylor. Cade James on the outside with time and space. Knocked out by Nike Rush. Nike Rush going to throw it in. 1-1 is the score in this match. It is boys under 15 match on a almost picture-perfect day here at the LSNC, Lancaster LNSC, Lancaster National Soccer Center, which has numerous fields that are parted by the street. They got one over here to the west and to the east, over 20 fields, and not too many places in the United States that have this many soccer fields that are this close together in the entire country. Loads of parking also up here in Lancaster. Carson Elliott does a quick kick. Or Elliott makes a save on a quick kick by Nike Rush. Into central, Oriana. Trying to get the return, he didn't get it that time. Nike Rush going the other way with Fekete, and then now over to Moats, trying to turn. He's still on the soccer ball. Moats still protecting the ball in the 18-yard box. Very good play by William Moats that time. And they're going to get a corner kick out of it. That right there shows that that particular player has awareness of what he's trying to do out there on the soccer field. The casual observer is looking at it and saying, why is he doing that? But if you've ever played soccer, you know exactly what he's trying to do. And they did get a quality opportunity that time, but it didn't result in a goal. Did Nike Rush. Now here it's Ariana dropping it off, getting a return pass. Ariana now dribbling. Ariana, beautiful ball. He's got a teammate in the box weaving his way. Will it be a penalty shot? Looks like it's going to be a penalty shot. Ariana started that particular play. And I believe that was Andrew De La Rosa that was weaving his way to try to get a good shot on the keeper, Giancarlo Torres. And Torres now touching the gods of the keeper net, hoping to stop this one. He's not going to be able to. Michael Ropalado scores the goal, and it is 2-1. And La Roca now beginning to show why in Salt Lake City they were able to beat Nike Rush. They beat them that day 2-1. They already have 2 goals today.
Go Red!
Well, the Nike Rush have plenty of time. That's a positive thing for them. Plenty of time to come back, potentially win this match. As La Roca, a team that is on the website now, the Region 4 USYS Championships, and winning their first 2 games. Reading about that this morning. And they are back at it again today at noontime. Fellstead and Ropalato have scored twice. That's all they had in their last game, and they already got 2, and we're not at halftime yet today. So the red and white making the headlines out of Utah here in this California Region 4. National Championship Series down to Central for USYS, and it's saved by Giancarlo Torres. We are more than halfway through the first half of action. La Roca now in the Central. They're going to get a long ball and running it down is Haddock. Haddock in the corner. That ball goes out of play. But they're able to. Oriana goes down. Let's see, is it going to be a card or just a foul? The captain for La Roca has been going down lately, and that's not because he's just trying to flop. He is putting pressure on the defenders of Nike Rush. And if you're head coach Lee Riley, you've got to be concerned about Oriana on the near side here. You're going to see him on the far side in his second half as they switch sides. But here in the first half, you're getting a good look at him. Again, he was instrumental on that last goal, and he scores his own one this time, and they've got three. Up in the air, Mikey Oriana, and he's got them all pumped up. He's got his own goal this time, and he's instrumental in at least a couple of them. And he has come out, as his teammates have in this match, getting things happening. Still plenty of time, but when you get the captain on top of things and getting his teammates, leading his teammates, that is something that you want. And the visitors from Utah are on top of it so far today. But here's a beautiful run by Moats. Moats on the outside. Moats is giving the defenders problems, as remember he had that play in the 18-yard box. But he can't do anything with it this time as they dispossess him. And Ariana's on the move. And he's got a long ball, but he's offsides. And that was Cade James on a run. And James is offsides. Too much aggressiveness on the soccer ball that time by Oriana, and Cade James wasn't able to run it down and be on side at the same time. That's one you want to kind of do like an off-speed pitch in baseball, take a little bit off it, hope your striker can match up with the last defender and then be able to get to that soccer ball, and then you've got a big play. But in this match, they already have 3 goals, and they're leading 3-1 in the first half. So it's okay if you miss 1 or 2 on a big play chance if you've got a 2-goal lead. But here comes Nike Rush. You know they're not going to stop. And the header is brought down, and Elliott is able to make the save. Going from the back post, and Moats trying to put that one in and could not. Here comes Oriana. Oriana splits 2 players. Now he has his teammate there, and that is Matt Gay. Matt Gay! Shot is blocked. Gay again! Beats it! Keeper from the near side, Matt Gay! 4-1. And undoubtedly, La Roca is a team that you're going to see in the quarterfinals, as they've come out with an intention on making sure that they are noticed in Region 4 of the USYS Championship Series. And Oriana comes out of the contest, and he'll be substituted in so he can relax over there and be fresh whenever he's needed. The fresh player in. knocked out of play. We'll mention any of these players as they touch that soccer ball if we don't get them when they actually come in. The throw in by Nike Rush on the near side. 50-50 ball. Nike Rush down by 3 goals out of Idaho. But they take a blast, and he nearly almost bent that ball at the top of the net. Oh, what a shot that time. And the wind played tricks with it. He almost got that ball inside the top crossbar. And then the lead would have been cut in half.
Get back, boys.
The shot that time by Moats. No chance for Elliott on that shot. And who knows, maybe Nike Rush is going to be trying some blasts to try and see if they can beat Elliott and try and get closer in this match. As it goes on, there's still plenty of time. However, they're down by 3 big goals now instead of 2, 4-1. But they've already shown they can put one in the back of the net. So let's see how it goes the rest of this match. Remember the tale of 2 halves in the world of soccer. And we still got a full half to go, and we still got some number of minutes left in this first half. With a free kick, though, for La Roca. And if you are Nike Rush, you've got to stop La Roca and company, La Roca team, from scoring any more goals. I was thinking about my chief when I was in boot camp. His name was La Roca. On a diagonal that time by Moats, he was looking for Nathaniel Hunt. The ball got knocked out by La Roca. Garrett Jones now on a soccer ball. Jones looking for Moats. He has Moats. Moats on the run. Moats cross, and he just couldn't quite get his teammate, Fekete, to be able to put that one in the back of the net. As Fekete was coming down, Kevin, the central of that 18-yard box, and while he was coming down that, he collided with a defender, and I believe that's Cade James. Could be wrong, but the defender in on that particular cover play is down, and there's going to be a yellow card issue. A red card issue, and that means now Nike Rush is going to play 1 man down the rest of the match. Fekete issued a red card, and so now they're going to play with 10 players out there. And a player for La Roca is down hard, and we are going to take a break. 4-1, La Roca from Utah over the visitors from Idaho, Nike Rush.
Hey, right here.
Dane Murdoch was the player injured, and he is number 6. Kind of plays an outside back position, and he's headed over there with the coaching staff. Going to take some time and regain himself here. And so now it'll be a free kick. But the red card in this match. And Fekete getting that red card, and now they're playing with only 10 players. And a defensive third, Nike Rush trying to apply some pressure. Garrett Jones right there, and Elliott able to make the save. Elliott ranging off his line. Slingshots to the head. Richard Haddock. And it ball down to Central. They got a runner in the Central. He takes a blast, gets the rebound, and tries to pass it out wide that time. Matt Gay took the initial shot. Haddock, and the service With rise across the 18-yard box. Cade James chasing it down. See what the call is by the center ref. 4-1, your score here in this boys under 15 match. Region 4, the USYS National Championship Series. It's going to be a free kick. Free kick for La Roca. Giancarlo Torres directing traffic over there. Setting his teammates up against this set piece for La Roca. Leading by 3 goals, trying to add a 4-goal lead here. And in the world of soccer, 3 is pretty comfortable. Up in the air, touched by Torres, but it winds on a La Roca player, and he makes a subsequent save again. Nice protecting the post, moving right laterally, doing it fine job that time. Up the central. Richard Haddock on the intercept. A miss that time, and now here's Tyler Murdoch. We're within a couple minutes of the halftime double whistle with the 3-goal lead. Elliott now just kind of trying to keep it away from Nike Rush, and he does. Gets it quickly over to Austin Jex. Jex scored one of the 2 goals in their last game. His name is in the highlights, or I should say the headlines of the Region 4 USYS webpage. Up in the air, Moats. Under a lot of duress there as 2 players dispossessed him. La Roca in their own half of the field. They played a passing game, not in a hurry, taking their time. Justin Moore pushing that ball on the near side. Moore, who hasn't played much in this contest, but he's in there now. And he's going to get help by Nathan Erickson, who hasn't played a lot, but he's in this ball game. Matt Gay, who has played a lot, he knocks it out of play. And so Nike Rush in their own half of the field. Moats trying to make a play. Not going to be able to. Nathan Erickson getting it into Moore. On the diagonal, return pass, didn't get it. Murdoch. Look now on a nice run into the box by Moore. Moore wants to take it back out. Got a teammate there, Richard Haddock. Haddock with time and space, but they cover well in the space and they knock it out of play now. La Roca leading 4-1. Moments left in the first half. Jaden Bybee. Richard Haddock on the turn, giving it over to Tyler Murdoch, and no problem for Torres. And he gets the offense started off to the left at midfield. Got injury time added on, so that's why we are still playing right now here in the first half. We got quite a few minutes of that injury time. Center ref will be looking at his watch here. And he's doing that now, looking at that chance to double whistle it. La Roca playing with 11 guys. Nike Rush only playing with 10. They've already got a red card in this match. And they have a yellow card too, so they could potentially lose another player also. Elliott, no time. Then the present to get his team going, but they may be content to shut it down in the first half and see what they can do for the second half. Elliott all the way to midfield, and there's the double whistle, and that is the end of the first half of action. And La Roca from Utah leading 4-1 over Nike Rush from Idaho. We'll be right back in just a moment. Action set to get underway here in the second half. La Roca is going from left to right, and right to left is Nike Rush. 4-1 is your score. 4 goals scored by La Roca were Scott Felstead, Matt Gay, Mikey Oriana, and Michael Ropalato. And the lone goal was Bryson Pavel for the Nike Rush. And here's Oriana, and as I mentioned to you, he would be on that far side and off to the left. And you have a offsides call. So Nike Rush, let's see what they can do here in the second half to try to cut into this lead and make it more of a game whereby La Roca has to think that they possibly could lose it. But you're not going to be able to do it allowing plays like that. And Richard Haddock on the run there, and he was open with time and space. He just missed the shot. About a minute gone so far into the second half. The keeper, Giancarlo Torres, shooting it all the way down, and Torres is going to make the save and get it started again. There was a player on La Roca, number 8, and we had been mentioning his name whenever we did mention his name as Justin Moore, but it is Justin Ward, W-A-R-D, which we apologize for that particular scenario. The center ref letting the Nike Rush know, I'm not going to tolerate any kind of cheap plays in this match. You will draw the yellow card or a red card. He is taking total control over this match as the Nike Rush out there playing with 10 players. La Roca now. Elliott able to make the save, ranging to his left. La Roca now trying to get it going. Huertas. They dispossess. Oriana. You see him trying to weave his way around a few players, but they put a vice on him that time, not allowing him to do anything with it. And a Nike Rush from the right side flank trying to make something happen here. That ball goes out of play. They're down by 3 goals here in the Region 4 USYS National Championship Series. The boys under 15 category. Elliott able to make the save. I mentioned in the first half, Idaho's Nike Rush. They beat Rio Vista Attack from New Mexico in their first game of the Region 4. And then they lost to the FC Premier Black team from Washington in their second game. La Roca beat a team from Washington, and they also beat a team from New Mexico. And today, they are leading in this match by 3. Going to be a set piece for Nike Rush. La Roca trying to set up the defense. Zavoil in the corner of the 18-yard box. Will they in-swing it? Will they out-swing it? Who's going to attack the soccer ball? It's going to be Chenard. And a whistle. Somebody was pushing off for Nike Rush. They got to be careful. Center ref not going to take any shenanigans in this one, as he's already red carded one player from Nike Rush. And a yellow card also for Nike Rush.
Nice, Patrick.
On the near side, Nike Rush has a run and a threaded crossing pass. Came very close to the corner of the net. But La Roca being tight in their own defensive third and winning that ball and getting it back upfield on a counterattack. Richard Haddock. And then he had a pass from Johnny Taylor in the box. Almost a foul that time. Nearly a foul. That was close. Matt Gay goes down. It's going to be a corner kick, but if it was a foul in the 18-yard box, that's a penalty shot. But it didn't happen. But Nike Rush living well that time. Playing dangerously. The header. And if you're Nike Rush, you really can't afford to go down by another goal to even have a thought of trying to come back. You're down by 3 goals right now. And you've got to put a lot of pressure on the defenders for La Roca in order to win this match or to even have a chance of tying it. You can't afford to give up another one. Unless La Roca just completely collapses mentally, which it happens. But right now, so far, observing them in this match, they are not playing in a mental state that is deficient towards what they're trying to do. After the shot by Oriana, he couldn't get it past the keeper Torres, but it doesn't really matter. He eats time off the clock and he tires out the defenders for the rush. Makes Torres have to work. Midfield. Ropalato. Foul on the play. In the foreground, you see that there's a military airport nearby, as you see that military aircraft. Edwards Air Force Base. Lancaster National Soccer Center is where we're at. You see the cabanas there with the USYS, the United States Youth Soccer, the biggest soccer organization in the United States. Trying for the 74th Cup of James McGuire. USYS started back in 1935. And on a run there, you have an offsides goal. I mentioned in the first half, I was going to talk about the champions of 2008, and I didn't really get a chance to do any of that. But in this half, I'm going to start letting you know about that, if you have forgotten. And some of it plays a part in this year's action. Nike rush into Central. Their shot was blocked down to Central. And now they have to retreat back on a defensive counterattack. Torres gets a part of the soccer ball. It goes off to the wide. And hustling hard is Matt Gay after that soccer ball. Matt has already got one goal. And the way he's working there, he's looking like he's trying to get a second one. Torres teeing it up. Gonna get it started. In the boys under 12 category in 2008 in Region 4, the champions were WCFC. And on the girls' side, it was the Mustang Fury. For the age bracket of 13 years of age, it was ISC, Irvine Soccer Club. And then on the girls' side, it was the Southern California Blues, otherwise shortened up as SC Blues. The throw-in by the Nike rush on the far side. And let's see. Center ref coming over, talking to one of the players there for the Nike rush. Warning him, don't test me. I will pull the card out. At the 18-yard box, Elliott taking his time. Got plenty of time here in the second half. Comfortable 3-goal lead. Up high there. Great athletic try there by Bryson Pavel. He of the yellow cleats today. Ball goes out of play now. The Nike rush are going to throw it in.
Let's go, Rush!
Rush throw it in, and quickly meeting it into space there very nicely that time was Eric Christensen. His number was written down at 17 for the document here, but he actually is wearing 15 today. That ball going out of play, and it will be, looks like a corner kick. Nike rush, they gonna go with a short kick. And into space, beautiful challenge that time, taking it away from the attackers there. La Roca in their own defensive third, push it all the way up to midfield. Off the header that time, Matt Gay. However, it comes all the way back down to Elliott. And off of a high bounce, he's able to make the save. Get it going to the right side of his offense, and that is Hickman. Hickman over to Haddock. Haddock now goes around one defender. Haddock weaving his way toward the interior. He went down, but he does not get a call. Center ref thinks he flopped on that one. And going back the other way, the Nike rush, and there will be a call against La Roca. On that run was Eli Zuch. And that's what you got to do sometime. Put the pressure on the defenders. Make them make a play or either foul you. And that's what happened this time. Bryson Pavel, who scored the goal. The only goal of the match for Nike rush. He bends it. Got a player to hit it. And Elliott protects it on that back post as a striker was flying by him. Nike rush now, going to keep it in their defensive half, but on the turn he had players that were offsides. 4-1, La Roca FC from Utah leads against the visitors from Idaho, Nike rush. In the boys under 14 category, that went on to play in Arkansas last year, the Arsenal FC won the region here, Region 4. Played over in Hawaii last year. And And the girls' side, it was the San Juan Spirits that did the honors. Oriana on the outside. La Roca trying to win Region 4 for this year. On the boys' side, they've got a lot of work to do, but they are definitely on the right track. Oriana going down, and he's hurting. No card on the play. And the center ref kind of says you kind of created that situation. So I'm not going to give you give a card on the defender. But Oriana has already scored, the captain. Mikey has already scored a goal. Down the central, Nike Rush. With it, Chenard. Out to the wide, he gets a return pass. Chenard in the box. But beautiful challenge that time by Austin Jex. Jex getting that soccer ball, knocking it past the goal line. It's going to be a CK, though, for Nike Rush. But Jex didn't want to allow that player to get around him because he was right there at the corner of the box. At this age bracket, you can take a shot from there and beat the keeper. Up in the air, and that's exactly, speaking of beating the keeper, is what Bryson Pavel has done with the goal. And it is now 4-2. They cut the lead in half, and Pavel has scored both goals. But he needs some teammates to add into this scenario in order for them to get back and try to tie this game up. Surely he's going to continue to try to score some more, but it's tough to get a hat trick or more as one individual player in soccer. So you're going to need your teammates to help you out to try to get back into this match. But they're halfway in the score action. Down by 2 now. Nike Rush getting a fresh player into the contest. We'll mention him as they touch that soccer ball. So if you're La Roca, you have to still have that mindset of attack, but at the same time, you got to be careful. Don't leave yourself in a position defensively where the other team can get at you, because they're not going to stop trying here. As you can see, Nike Rush now. I mentioned a tale of two halves. They get another run on a counterattack. They missed it on that try, but again, not a lack of effort. And obviously that is the thinking for head coach Lee Riley, for his squad to continue to try to make something happen here. Not only are they back in the game, but try and get to a point where they can tie it up. And if you get a chance to tie it up, then you start thinking, can we win it? La Roca now. Beautiful ball over there to Haddock. Haddock on a run. Haddock on a run from the back, and it's intercepted. But the team in the gray have to be careful in their efforts to try and get back and tie this game. They have to be careful because, again, they're only playing with 10 guys out there, and they can't afford to lose another player. A foul, and his center ref has talked to him numerous times in his match. They already have one player with a yellow card. A free kick. La Roca. Number 13, Matt Gay with a free kick. Gay has already got a goal in this match. Going to be a substitution. As coming out is Eli Zuch comes out of the contest, and I believe that was Nicholas Davey coming into the contest. Either way, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. It's intercepted there on the free kick. Set piece. However, La Roca still has it. And looking for Ariana, but he was offsides. Mikey a little bit offsides behind the defender. You know what he wanted to try to do. He wanted a 1v1 with the keeper. and knowing in his mind he likes his chances.
Roca, here comes.
Torres falling down. And that's intercepted. Now he's going to have to try to strike it again. He didn't get a lot on it that time. However, it did wind up to one of his teammates as they try to push it up the field. Dispossessed that time. Nice challenge. And back down to Central. A big play. And just didn't get what he wanted on it. Johnny Taylor, who scored in the last game. He wanted to get one in this game, and he just missed it. He didn't get enough on the shot. He made a beautiful move around the defender, but then didn't get enough on the shot because he had already drawn Torres off his line and basically to the ground. And, of course, hopefully for Adolfo Valle, that doesn't come back to haunt him. That particular play. They still have a 2-goal lead with Richard Haddock, and a foul. Will it be a card? And it is going to be a warning, a deep warning to William Moats. And Moats knows he can't afford to make a play like that again, anywhere near it, because he's going to have to go. His team is already playing with 10 players. Wholesale substitutions, we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball for La Roca. Roman Bernardo into the contest for Nike Rush of Idaho. From the city of Boise area. Got a best friend living over there. Almost had a stepson go to Utah to work. From where La Roca is from. Time being eaten off the clock. The shot. A good hard shot, but not accurate enough by Johnny Taylor. They still lead though 4-2. Comfortable 2 goals. And you look at the clock, and you see half of it is gone here in the second half. About 19 minutes left to go. And unfortunately for me, 19 minutes left in Region 4. It's been a great tournament. Day 3 here for me. But www.langevin.productions.com is going to be around all week long for the great action in Region 4 to find out who's going to be the champion in the different categories. Lots of interest this year. We'd like to thank everybody who's been involved. And a great tournament put on. Championship Series tournament put on here at the Lancaster National Soccer Center. On the run on the far side. Protecting this space. The run by Tyler Murdoch and his teammates throwing it in. Graham Reed was the defender on that last play. To the near side. They have Bernardo, but Bernardo and company cannot continue the soccer ball toward the defensive third, but they have it now with Graham Reed. Actually, that's De La Rosa, Andrew De La Rosa, who had that soccer ball. Moats. Moats again. Moats changing his direction. Now going with the long ball toward Carson Elliott. And Elliott may be able to make the save. He put too much on that long ball. Had the right idea to get that through ball to one of his attackers up front, but they were not going to be able to get to it. It had too much pace on it. Back the other way. Defending and counterattack of La Roca. They have it right outside the 80-yard box. And almost a foul there. Center ref did not want to call that one. So La Roca still has it, though. On the near side, Cade James. It goes out of play. Throw in for Nike Rush. They're working against the clock now as about 18 minutes left to play in the match. And La Roca not in a hurry. You know they're going to play keep away with that soccer ball. More like 17 minutes left to go now. Unofficially on our clock. John Taylor intercepted. On it now is Ward and a foul. Justin Ward, a nice run down to Central, and he draws the foul. Again, you got to play defense now, and it takes time off the clock. It works against you if you're Nike Rush. Almost as good as putting one in the back of the net. They go on the low side. Don't put it in the air. They get it in the box, which can always be dangerous. However, dispossess that time. As Johnny Taylor was trying to make a move, Andrew De La Rosa dispossessed him. However, La Roca again looking for Taylor. It went past him into the 18-yard box. He went up in the air, maybe tried to head it, but he didn't get to it. Picture perfect blue day. If you can't enjoy soccer in this weather, you can't enjoy it at all. Beautiful day here in Lancaster National Soccer Center in Lancaster, California. We'd love for it to stay this way all week long, but it probably will get a little warmer. But it has been great the last 2 days. In the 18-yard box now, and that ball goes past the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick. 4-2, Utah's La Roca leading Idaho's Nike Rush with about 15 minutes left to go in this match. The Valley United Stars and the boys under 15, they won Region 4 last year over in Hawaii. And then on the girls' side, it was the Slammers FC that did the honors. In his 16-year-old category, it was Real SoCal Blue winning it. And then in the girls' side of the house, it was the SC Blues winning it. Two teams from SC Blues winning it last year on a girls' side. But there are also three-time winners for the club of the Slammers Football Club that won it. All the way up to the age of 19. All the way down to Carson Elliott. 4-2. Utah's La Roca trying to hold on to this 2-goal lead and win this one. Put themselves in great shape in the quarterfinals. This is boys under 15 here at the USYS Regionals, Region 4 of the United States. About 14 minutes left to go, 4-2. La Roca in red leading the Nike Rush, and a push. Center ref does not call it. Into the corner. Nike Rush playing with only 10 men. They already have a red card and a yellow card in this match. Time running down. Here's Nike Rush into space. They have a player there. They've got to stay in the defensive half of La Roca, and they've got to do that in the last 12 or 13 minutes. They've got to put a lot of pressure on the defenders of La Roca, and they've got to get a couple in the back of the net if they want to have a tie here. Because time is running out on them. La Roca, who beat them in the fall, trying to do it again here in the summertime of '09. You got a foul there, and it'll be a free kick. Center ref has had great, strict control of this match, not allowing any shenanigans to go on by either team. Toward the 18-yard box. On the near side, letting him play, but he doesn't like any kind of dangerous play. Center ref. Because they're going to play at this age. You've got to let them play. That's the fun of soccer. But at the same time, you can't dangerously try to injure the other guy just to try to get to the soccer ball. La Roca in their own half. They're content to play in their own half as long as they control the soccer ball and a passing game, and they get a run going toward the attacking third, and it's driven all the way back by De La Rosa back to his keeper. Torres, and Torres trying to find somebody in the space. He does now as a foul by Dane Murdoch. But they've got to get it going quickly. The clock is not their friend unofficially. They've only got about 11 minutes left to go. And they got to make up 2 goals if they want a tie out of this. De La Rosa's pass is intercepted. Comes back to the soccer ball, chips it forward. He was looking for Moats, but Moats didn't get to it. And now on a counterattack, they got to retreat back fast as Murdoch putting the speed on the left flank on him. He goes out of play. 4-2. The team in red and white leads from Utah over the team in the gray and blue from Idaho. Moats has it. Moats gives it to the guy who scored 2 goals. That's Bryson Pavel. Pavel left foots it on a long ball. Elliott makes the save. He came off his line and he just reached and got that ball at the corner of the box. Didn't have much room to work with because that was a nice pass by Pavel. And I mentioned minutes ago, that Pavel needs his teammates to help him out if they're going to have a chance to tie in this game. And that was the chance. And a goal. Tyler Murdoch got that soccer ball, and in the angst to try and get going on a counterattack, the defender slipped right by Murdoch, and Murdoch says, I got the goalie, and I'm going to put it in the back of the net. And he did, and they finish, and they get the 5th goal of the match, and it's 5-2, and maybe mentally that takes all the steam out of Nike Rush. As I mentioned a long time ago, they cannot give up another goal, and they have done just that. Down by 3 now again. That's the way it started in the beginning of the second half, and they're back at that again. And La Roca has made substitutions now where Oriana, who's been sitting during this time, is fresh and back into the match. And here he is there in the central. He of the lot of hair. And he is the captain also. He's got a goal in this match. Also assisted on one. Elliott making the save. That one is right back to Torres. Torres gets it downfield. Only about 9 minutes left to go in the match, unofficially. Nike Rush trying to see what they can do to put another one in the back of the net with Hunt. Hunt. Carlos Soria. Soria chipping it into the box. Won by La Roca and pushing it right outside the box again, upfield. Soria gives it over to Graham Reed. Reed finds a teammate there in his space, and now they work it out to the wide. That was Garrett Jones. And in toward the box, but intercepted again as they stand tough in the back. Oriana, Mikey Oriana, getting it over to Scott Felstead, who's got one of the goals. Felstead, nice ball forward to Richard Haddock. Haddock in his central with Cade James, and back to Haddock. Haddock to Oriana. They continue to play the passing game, and now they got a player free. He's going to take the shot and the save, and that was Cade James who was free. And Giancarlo Torres making the save all the way back down the other way. Running it down, though, was Davey. Ball had way too much pace on it. No chance to get to that soccer ball. 5-2 your score. Looking at about 5 to 6 minutes left to go in the match. The weather like this, you almost don't want to go. You want to keep playing, keep being involved. Who's that guy going? That's me. I don't know. I guess some of the teams, unfortunately, are not going to make it to the quarterfinals, so they'll be doing the same thing, leaving the USYS Region 4, the regionals of the National Championship Series. And ball going past the goal line. And did it roll under one of those trailers? Maybe it did. Let's get the rest of those teams. We only have a couple minutes to do that were involved in winning the championship last year. Mention the boys under 16, Real SoCal Blue. They won it. On the girls' side, it was the SC Blues. And then on the age of 17, it was the Diablo Valley Black Pearl. They won a championship here in Region 4. Moved on to Arkansas last year. And then the Slammers FC on the girls' side did it. And then in the age bracket of 18, it was the Cisco Toros that won this region. Played over in Hawaii. And then it was on the girls' side, the Colorado Rush Nike. So it was a Rush Nike team. Or a Nike Rush team. And then in the age bracket of 19, it was the Sereno 89 white team. And in the girls' side, it was the Slammers FC. Saved by Elliott, but they got a player free, and he scores! The initial save by Elliott, but it carried over to a player on a Nike Rush. And let's see. The linesman, center Raff, talking to the linesman, and a goal. 5-3 now. And we'll have to check and find out who scored that goal for you. 5-3, so they cut it down to 2 again. Problem is, they're still down by 2 goals, and there's not a lot of time left. And as I mentioned before, that they should not have allowed another goal past the 4th one, and when they did that, they created a situation and a trip there, and Oriana going down, and it's just going to be a foul. Or will it be more? Talking to the player on a Nike Rush, and he's going to get a yellow card. Bryson Pavel getting the yellow card along to go with his 2 goals in this match. So obviously he's played very aggressively defensively as well as offensively. But his teammates down by 2 goals, and now they have to try to defend another chance by Oriana and company to try and add to it. And they don't have a lot of time in this match to try to tie it up. Down by 2, 5-3. After the substitution, but Giancarlo Torres able to find that soccer ball. Now running against the clock. They only have a couple minutes left to go in a match, if that. Nike Rush from Idaho. They've got to be furious, relentless, and still going after the soccer ball in the 18-yard box. In the corner, trying to draw a foul. He gets it towards a teammate, the header, and a save is made. For a second there, they thought it was going to be a offsides call, but it was not called, and so they really had a chance at time to try to put it in the back of the net. They're down by 2, 5-3. La Roca with the soccer ball, and every time they win it and push them back in their own defensive half, that's not a good thing if you're the Nike Rush. You can't afford for that to happen. And a player pushed down. And in a way, you kind of got to give the Nike Rush credit here. In the second half, they played one player down, and they've scored 2 goals. And you don't usually see that in the world of soccer, where the team down by one player scores a couple of goals. Lots of times, they don't even get a goal at all and may give up a few goals. So this time, they scored 2 goals, and you got to give them credit because they have not given up here in the second half. And it's center ref talking to the player that was knocked down for the Nike Rush. And Giancarlo Torres is going to take it. But it's center ref looking at his watch now, so there's not much to play with if you're the Nike Rush from Idaho. But they do have a player in the central. He takes a shot, and they tried to get the runner that time in Nicholas Davey, but too much pace on the shot. And Elliott able to handle it. It's going out of play in the far side. If you did Nike Rush, you got to keep it in play. They got a runner along the far side. He takes a shot, and Elliott makes another save again. Elliott's going to take his time now. The center ref going to be calling it soon. And La Roca, who has played valiantly in this game, putting numerous goals up and in the 18-yard box, falling down, but he says play on. And Nike Rush catching a little bit of a break maybe there. But that time, here they are, going back the other way on a counterattack, trying to get it going. They're working with not a lot of time, but one of the things that they are working with is a practice for in the future when they have more time. And La Roca defensively is kind of doing the same thing. They got a 2-goal lead, which is pretty comfortable, but a sense of urgency, sometimes you got to play like you're behind. And so they learned something from this scenario too. Makes you a better squad. Great things can happen. Into the 18-yard box. Ariana now with it, and he's going to get ahead of Stave. Ariana says, I've got a lot of speed, and he's tripped up there, and actually they say he went down on his own. And so now they push it out to the wide. Nike Rush trying to do something with it, but not allowing him to do that is Johnny Taylor in the space. And Taylor keeping the attackers away from that soccer ball to the midfielders. And that's one of the reasons why La Roca is going to win this one. Ariana takes his time, gets it over to his teammate, Ropaletto. He goes to the outside. Knocked out by the Nike Rush. Ariana just playing around, eating off the remaining time off the clock. Taylor. Justin Ward sending a long ball into the corner for Tyler Murdoch. Remember, a little bit of injury time has been added to this match. Ariana again in time and space. Back to Murdoch, and an offsides call. Leading by 2, 5-3. La Roca in their own half of the field. As working out of there, there's a Nike Rush pushing it upfield to far side. But if you're them, you can't have that ball go out of play, and it does. And it works against them. And center ref talking on that far side. Directing, educating. And do we have a card there? Must have been. Writing down the number of the player for La Roca. Going to be a free kick. Nike Rush. Towards the 18-yard box, up in the air. The top of the box, out wide, a shot, and he just missed the top side. He could have made it only a 1-goal lead, and he just missed the top side. Love to be able to continue to see the series between these two teams. because they're going to continue to go at each other when they have a chance and make it an interesting match. Carlos Soria took the shot, and Soria couldn't get it underneath the top crossbar. We've been with the unofficial time, and that is a double whistle. The final score, La Roca from Utah winning 5-3 over the Idaho Nike Rush. Great, interesting match between both clubs. The Nike Rush not giving up in his second half, down one player with a red card, and still put a couple of goals in the back of the net. But they just ran out of time and opportunities, and La Roca playing good enough defense to keep them at bay, and they put 5 on the board themselves, and they win this one. So La Roca undoubtedly will move on to the big important part of this week. In Region 4, the National Championship Series of USYS, the quarterfinals. And I believe that's it for Nike Rush, but they've had a great tournament, and they did win a game, and they learned a lot against the guys they played before, and undoubtedly they got a gleam in their eye to play these guys again, and a lot of people would try to see that match. There's no doubt about it. We hope you enjoyed everything here from www.langevin.productions.com, and we'll be back with some closing comments and maybe some interviews from those who participated in this match today. Stick with us.
My name is Michael Noriana. I'm an attacking midfielder, and I play for La Roca. And we played good this tournament. I liked how we play. We play as a team. We were losing 5-1, but we came back, and that's what makes us a great team, that we never stop running. And I want to give a shout out to my mom that's looking at me, and I want to give a shout out to my homie Danny that didn't came, but so yeah, peace.
I'm Austin Jex. I play on La Roca. I'm number 33. My position is center back. I play either side depending on who's in. And we're playing a good tournament. We came here to win it. We want to be the first Utah team to ever win regionals. We haven't heard of one. And just give shout-outs. I love my family and La Roca rules. Yeah.
My name's Carson Elliott. I'm number 1 goalkeeper. And we played good today, but I think we can play better, and we're going to need to play better to keep going on in this tournament, and we're going to win it. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matthew Gay, number 13. I play for La Roca. I play center striker, and we got a good chance to win this thing.
Hi, I'm Peter Puertas. I play defensive mid, and we played it good today. We put a lot of heart to it, and we have a good chance to win this tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mom.
There you go.
I'm Kate James. I play forward for La Roca. I'm number 4. I think we have a good chance of winning this and keep playing good and hopefully win it.
I'm Patrick Hickman. I'm number 5, and I play defense. And if we keep playing well, we can get pretty far.
I'm Richard Haddock, and I'm number 9, and I play forward. And I think we have a good chance of winning this because we beat the Cal North State champs in their own tournament. And I'm really glad to be here, and I love soccer.
I'm Justin Ward. I'm number 8. I'm defensive mid, and it's been fun. I've had a good time, and I love my team.
I'm Michael Ropalato. Idaho gave us a good game. We just got some good goals in. It's fun. This tournament's fun. I think we have a chance of winning it.
I'm Jaden Bybee. I play defense, and I think we have a good chance at winning this as long as we keep playing how we are.
I'm Eric Christensen, number 15. I play left defender, and I'm just super excited to be at this tournament, to be advancing on to the quarters, and I think we have a really good chance of winning.
I'm Tyler Murdoch. I'm number 23. I play forward for La Roca, and we came down here to win, so that's what we're going to do.
From the visitors from Utah, La Roca. They were strong today, winning this match 5-3. And we hope that you enjoyed all the action from Region 4 of the United States, the USYS Regional, the Far West Regionals. I'm Greg at GK Porter for all the people behind www.langevin.productions.com saying take care of yourself. God bless. Have a safe trip home, both of the visitors from Idaho and Utah, and we will see you next time. Save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.